Okay, I'm sorry for this disastrous podcast. I keep getting cut off, so I'm just staying in the app for the rest of it. But as I was saying, I don't mind if Brady or Mahomes is ahead of Rodgers, but if people like Adams is ahead, or I don't know who else is left. Yeah, Adams. If Josh Allen's ahead, there's going to be an issue. Hopkins shouldn't be ahead. TJ Watt sure as hell should not be ahead of Aaron. He should be number 10. Alright. Alright, let's get some music going. Alright. So, Justin Fields defended Dalton after the fans booed him and cheered for Fields. Now, Dalton, I'm not saying he's a great starting quarterback, but he is a starting quarterback. He had better numbers than some of the better starting quarterbacks in the league. Maybe they're not the best, but they're top tier. They're above average. Andy Dalton getting booed that was not deserved at all. I understand you want to see Fields, and this is basically what I predicted. Fields, the fans love him because he's exciting, athletic. He's a spark plug, But Andy Dalton is going to be able to win you guys some games. So, I'm not saying he's going to make the playoffs. They might, actually. If Matt Nagy can make the playoffs with Mitch Trubisky, he can make the playoffs with Fields and with Andy Dalton. So, Andy Dalton, he's capable of winning. He really is. And I don't know. I don't know why they were booing him. That was not deserved at all. Anyway, okay, so Zach Wilson dominated in the week 2 of NFL preseason. And I can't wait for week 3. This has been a good preseason so far. Wilson has looked very sharp. 9 for 11, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns, 154 quarterback rating against the Packers. Zach Wilson, I just had some concerns with the team he had, not with who he is. Wilson hasn't played a real NFL game yet against real NFL players, but he looks very good. So, but the regular season's a real test. You gotta be ready for that. But he looks good right now. He looks very good right now. Alright. Another person who I have defended also had a nice preseason. Tua Tagovailoa. 183 yards, 16 for 23, 1 touchdown, and an 107 quarterback rating. Again, it's preseason. I'm not going to go crazy over it. The 08 Lions, who went 0-16 in the regular season, went 4-0 in the preseason. So, but Tua, it's unfair, the criticism he gets, because he's played 9 games. 9. He hasn't even played a full season. And we're judging him. It makes no sense. But I hope he can pick it up and prove all the haters on the season. Alright. So now I'm going to do Where Did I Go Wrong? Here we go. So, I got to keep the music going, I guess. So Mac Jones is dazzling during the preseason. He is having a great preseason. And, what were his numbers last game? Oh, they won 35-6. 146 yards, 91 quarterback rating and 13 for 19 last game. And the game before that, 87 yards. 87 yards. They're 2-0, by the way. 87 yards, 13 for 19. You know, he has proven me wrong so far. Alright. So, Jimmy G actually struggled against the Chargers. Well, I said, you know, that he was going to be the surefire starter, but now I'm not sure. Maybe they're going to have to flip it over to Trey Lance in a Patrick Mahomes-like situation. Yeah, but Jimmy G, he didn't perform that well. 3 for 6, 15 yards. It was only one drive, but he looked pretty shaky. Alright. Astros are in first place, which I obviously did not see coming. I thought they were all trash can and no real win. No real winning, but they are second place in the AL right now. You know, the ringleader of it, Jose Altuve, having a pretty good season. 274 batting average, 25 homers. You know, Carlos Correa, 276 batting average, 19 homers. You know, he's 477 slugging percentage. You know, they are proving the haters wrong. That's how they... And I'm one of them who said they won with trash cans. And finally, to cap this all off, the Padres I was impressed by. I expressed it earlier in the season. I said, this team looks really good, and they can contend with the Dodgers for the NL West. And the NL with that. But now they're on a 3-game losing streak. They just lost a 16-game battle, and they've won they've lost 8 of their last 10. They are really struggling, and I really don't see how they can even... I mean, they're going to make the playoffs. Or no, actually, hold on. Let me check this real quick. No, they're out of the playoffs right now by a game and a half. They're behind the Reds. You know, a couple months ago, it looked like they were contenders for the NL. Now it looks like they're contenders to miss the playoffs. That's how it goes, I guess. Alright. So, Carson Wentz and Quentin Nelson are returning to practice on a limited basis this week. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure Nelson... Yep, he's been placed on the COVID list. So that's an issue. But... You know... It's, I mean, it's good that Wentz is back. You know, I'm really high on Wentz right now, because I don't think he's going to have a lot of pressure on him. Because they have Jonathan Taylor, they have a great offensive line, even without, Quentin Nelson. And, is Eric Fisher on that offensive line, too? Or is he still injured? Oh, he's on the COVID list. Oh, gosh, that's going to be bad. Alright, well, their O-line is still pretty good. It's not excellent anymore, but it's pretty good. And they have a power running game with Jonathan Taylor. You know, Jonathan Taylor's gonna take pressure off of Wentz. And Wentz is also reunited with Frank Reich, who was the coordinator when he won MVP, or was going to win MVP. So I think Wentz is going to have a good year. All right. So Matt Nagy has said that Dalton will start Week 1, and what you should think about this. Andy Dalton could have gone anywhere. Like I said a couple months ago, he could be he's a damn good backup. He really is. If you need him to go in for a little bit, he's like Ryan Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick might be the best backup in the league right now, but Dalton is really good as a backup, Maybe he can't play a full season and be successful, but, you ask him to go in a couple of games, he'll win them. I think he could have went anywhere else, but he went to the Bears because he was promised a starting position. And, you don't have to start the young guy right away. You can give him time. Think Patrick Mahomes. Think Lamar Jackson. You don't have to start the young guy right away. Aaron Rodgers, even. How long did it take for him to get a start? 3 years? It was all Brett Favre. It was all Alex Smith. It was all Joe Flacco. And then they jumped in. So, honestly, you don't have to start the young guy. Andy Dalton's capable of winning games. And it's really just common sense what you should do right now. Give Fields time. And then you can start him. Dalton can hold on the fort for a bit. I said it. Alright. Jimmy G had a tough game. This past Sunday. And, I feel like injuries have kind of ruined him almost. It's kind of... Injuries have kind of caught up to him, in a sense, and there's a lot of things that could make a quarterback lose confidence. And a lot of them have happened to Jimmy G. Like, the coach loses confidence in you. I don't know if that's really happened yet, but, another thing is they draft your replacement. If you get a lot of injuries, they draft your replacement. It just... Aaron Rodgers, the replacement is drafted. But Aaron Rodgers is also an experienced veteran who has proven himself to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. So instead of, losing confidence, he just took it as motivation to have arguably the best year he's ever had. Jimmy G's a young guy who, even though he's proven he can take them to the Super Bowl, he hasn't proven he's necessarily, the talent that got them to the Super Bowl. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Mark Sanchez made the AFC Championship. You know how those two guys made the AFC Championship and won the Super Bowl? An incredible defense. The 2000 Ravens, one of the best defenses there is. 2010 Jets, incredible defense. Arguably one of the best corners ever on that team. Niners, 2020, great defense, Jimmy G, he's a young guy. He's not as acclaimed as Aaron Rodgers is, or accomplished, my bad, as Aaron Rodgers is. When you draft his replacement this early, it's like, you lose confidence. When it's this early. Alright. So apparently Dak could be bothered by his injuries this year, according to a lot of sources I trust. Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, Adam Schefter, they all said this. They all said Dak could be bothered by injuries this year.